Hello everyone, thanks for joining the class today. This is a summary of what we did in the class. First, we learned about verb. Next, we learned how to identify verbs in a sentence. We also practiced on a few examples how to identify verbs in a sentence. After this, we learned about the present tense. Then, we learned about persons. First person, singular and plural. Second person, singular and plural. Third person, singular and plural. If you cannot remember clearly any of these parts, you can go through the video again which I shared and try to remember what we did. We also looked at this person verb table. So this table shows us how we set up the present tense verb for first person singular, second person singular, third person singular, and the plurals of first person, second person, and third person. We noticed that for third person singular, we add an S to the present tense verb. Again, you can watch the video to understand this table better. After that, we went on to do an activity where we have to choose the right present tense in the sentence. And how did we do this activity? First, we had to identify the first person, second person, or third person in the sentence. We also had to identify if it was singular or plural. So what is a first person? A first person singular is I, a plural is we. A second person singular is you, the plural is also you. Third person, when it is not a first person or a second person. This means we can have all these things as a third person. He, she, it can be a name, it can be an animal, etc. When there is only one of any of these things, it is singular. When there are many of these things, it is a plural. Finally, once we have identified the person, we have to remember that for third person singular, we always add S to the present tense. So these are the examples we looked at. The first one, my mother dash delicious cakes. Here we have to use the verb make in its right form in the present tense. So we start by identifying what is the person of my mother. So my mother is not I, it is not you. So it is a third person and it is singular because it is talking about only one person. So what is the verb we should be using? We should be adding an S to the verb make. So the sentence becomes, my mother makes delicious cakes. Second, Gautam dash in the insurance company. Here again, Gautam is not first person or not second person and it is talking about only one person. So the Gautam is third person singular. So we add an S to the verb which makes it Gautam works in the insurance company. Same on the third one. Irfan is third person singular. So we add an S to the verb play and it becomes Irfan plays cricket. In the second part, we are talking about both Irfan and Kaif dash cricket. Here, there are more than one person. So, it is third person plural. And therefore, we do not put an S and the sentence is Irfan and Kaif play cricket. We dash with our friends. Here, we are talking about first person plural. So, the verb we would be using is we play with our friends. You dash on the road. As we know, you can be both singular or plural. So it is second person and the verb you are going to use is you cycle. If you are having problems understanding any of the sentences, you can always pause the video and take a look at it longer. Sheila dash late every day. So we already know Sheila is going to be third person singular. So we add an S to the verb to make it Sheila wakes up late every day. So why do we add an S to the verb wake? Because only wake is the verb. Up is a preposition. I dash my homework every day. I is first person singular. So I finish my homework every day. My brother also dash his homework every day. So here my brother is third person singular. So we have to add an S. But how do we add an S after finish? You also have to add an E. So the word becomes my brother also finishes his homework every day. As you start reading and learning more about English, you will understand where do we put an E and where we do not. You dash very fast. You is second person singular or it could be plural. We do not put an S, so the word is you swim very fast. The dog dash all night. We are talking about only one dog, which makes it a third person singular. So the dog barks all night. What if there are many dogs? Then it becomes third person plural. So the word becomes the dogs bark all night. Again, you can pause the video wherever you are finding difficulty in understanding and go through the lesson again. If you are having problems understanding what we did in class, again go back to the video I shared about learning verbs. That is all we did today. If you have any questions, you can always post it on the WhatsApp group and ask me.